Hi guys, this is Az from Integrum Personal Development. This week we had World Mental Health Day. So World Mental Health Day, for those of you who are unaware, is a day for raising awareness of the issues of mental health. We've come a long way in the sense of how much attention and how much treatment is now available for those with mental problems who are struggling with mental disorders. I read some really interesting studies in the follow-up to making these videos to try and get a better understanding of what people are dealing with, what they're struggling with, and how we can offer a little bit of help. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the number one mental disorder that people are struggling with, and that is anxiety. So anxiety is prevalent at the minute. It's so widespread. For those of you who are unsure of what anxiety actually is, it can be summed up as a worry and a nervousness about any particular thing and the uncertainty of its outcome. It's got varying levels, and obviously people struggle with it to varying degrees, but that's the meat and bones of what the issue here is. And it's no wonder. It's no wonder that we're struggling so much as a society with anxiety, with the way social media is, in the sense of how it presents people, how it presents the world, how it gives us a mirror of reflection of who we think we should be, what we think we should be achieving. It's no wonder that we're responding to all of this stimulus, and it's creating and building an anxiety within us, a raised expectation of how our lives should look based on these snapshot images of people and their perfect lives. So if you're someone who's struggling with anxiety yourself, or if you know a member of your family, I wanted to give just a few pointers on it, on how you can help them or how you can help yourself to deal with and get past it. Number one, and this is the same with all mental disorders, and this is a hard one to do. Don't identify with the mental disorder. What I mean by this is, you don't want to take this and make it who you are. You don't want to be an anxious person. You don't want to be depressed. You don't want to be someone who has a mental disorder. So if you constantly tell people that you are someone who suffers with anxiety, if you constantly tell yourself that you are someone who suffers with anxiety, what this does is it attaches that to your person. It makes it part of who you are. You identify with it, and in a strange way, you find a certain comfort in it. It tells you something about yourself. This is really dangerous, because when it comes to what we're trying to do, which is heal you, separate you from this problem, it's very hard to do when you identify with it, when you consider it part of who you are. Well, I'm just an anxious person. I just suffer with anxiety. That's very hard to turn around and reverse. I'm not saying pretend you don't have it. I'm not saying ignore it. What I'm saying is, don't see it as a part of your character. It's an illness that you currently are dealing with and that you are going to get past and heal. Part two, don't be afraid to talk about it. Now this is different, don't get this confused. Don't be afraid to talk about it means don't be afraid to tell people when you are feeling anxious. What is making you feel this way? Don't be afraid to ask someone if they are feeling anxious or what is making them feel this way. Communication is one of our most powerful tools. If you look into the branch of psychology and you look into therapy, the majority of therapy is speech. It's sitting with a counselor, it's sitting with a specialist and having a conversation. And although you might not be a specialist, you might not have the necessary skills to decipher it and break it down, you do have the ability to communicate and share your feelings and get it out there, helping others to understand what you're going through or what they are going through, and helping you to gain a better understanding through speaking it out and through seeking an outside perspective, someone else's opinion looking in on it. Number three is distraction. Distraction is a really powerful tool for all areas of mental health. Distractions can be a physical activity such as a sport. It can be a club, chess club, going to bingo, playing poker, whatever you like that can take you away from focusing on this 24/7. Your brain needs a certain detachment from it. Your heart needs a detachment from it. So find activities that you enjoy and that you can do and fully submerge yourself in to allow you to break away from the cycle of this anxious behavior that you go into day after day. If you are dealing with anxiety or any other form of mental health, there are plenty of services available to you to assist with help, with getting treatment, with just having someone to speak to. I'll put a few links in the comment section below, and any of you who have any experience with this, please let's share down below. Let's open up a dialogue. Let's open up a line of communication for people. You are not alone if you're struggling with mental health. There is help out there for you. This is Az from Integrum Personal Development, wishing you well.